well. How you doing today? Just wanted to do a quick, not so much a review as an overview maybe, of the generator I just picked up. When I was in Arizona, I sold a lot of things to come back cross country light, and my generator was one of them. So I did some research, and this particular model had a lot of good reviews, and I thought it was reasonably priced for what it is. This is the model is DF1100, which I'm going to guess stands for dual fuel 11,000 watt. So this is propane or gasoline, and I picked it up on Home Depot online. They sent me a coupon for 10% off any purchase and 0% financing for, I think it was over $299 for 12 months. So this was shipped to my door with the coupon. It was $734, I believe. And it's, like I said, got the dual fuel, gas and propane. It's electric start or pull start. The engine is 457 cc. I didn't convert that to horsepower, however, but I'm going to guess it's somewhere between 9 and 14 horse, just off the top of my head. Assembly is really easy. You have to put on the wheels, which are pinned on, so you don't have to get in there with a wrench and try and tighten down a nut or a bolt. And you put on these handles. These are 10 millimeter on this side, and the nuts on the other side are 13 millimeter. You have to take off these shipping brackets. They're up front on the bottom, and they keep things from bouncing around, and they are 10 millimeter nuts and bolts that hold those on. It comes with the battery. It comes with the propane hose and regulator. The propane hose connects down here, and the fitting on the regulator hose is a 19 millimeter. So unfortunately, I don't have any propane left in my tank to try this, so I had to put a gallon of gas in it, and that's how I got it started for the first time. The battery was fully charged, and it comes with a quart of oil also, and it takes the entire quart. And of course, this is your oil dipstick and the fill, and that's the roof of my building down there blowing off in the winds up here. So again, this is 11,000 watt, and it actually seems like a pretty decent generator. The carburetor has a drain on it, so if you're not going to use it for a long time, you can drain the fuel out and not have to worry about filling up the carburetor. It has 4 outlets, 120 volt GFCI. The breakers are right here, so if you trip one, easy to reset. You have the 30 amp 120 outlet here. Same thing, the breaker's right there. And then you've got the 120 240 35 amp outlet here, and the breakers are here for that as well. And it also has a 12 volt charging outlet with a breaker, so it's a pretty well protected machine. And obviously you can plug in adapters for your cell phone or your laptop or whatever you want. It's got a meter here. It shows the output voltage, the time in use, and things like that, so it's a multimeter, as it says. You have a switch here, gasoline or propane. It's easy to switch between the two. And the electric start, and I'll fire it up real quick. It's actually fairly quiet. It's got a quick start guide attached to the brake. Shows how to operate it, whether you're running gasoline or propane. So we'll do a quick walk around. Okay, this is the owner's manual, operator's manual, assembly manual, and it's actually not bad. I mean, as we can all guess, this unit was made in China, but the verbiage is actually pretty decent as far as the translation goes, so I don't have any complaints about that. A lot of warnings, importance, and things like that. It tells you recommended oils for temperatures, and how to get it ready if you're going to store it, a breakdown of the parts you have to assemble, which are basically these feet, the wheels, and the handles. And then, like I said, you take off those two little shipping brackets. Keeps it from getting bounced around in shipping. I think it took me, once I found my wrenches, probably 10 minutes to put it all together. Oh, and you have to connect the battery as well. They have the the positive cable disconnected. So here's a closer view of the front panel. The propane connection here, of course. Take off the plastic cover and then just connect, obviously, this end, 19mm. Snug that up, hook it to your propane bottle, flip your switch to propane, and off you go. Interestingly enough, they recommend putting the choke on when you're starting it with propane and/or gasoline. And the choke is up here, right there. It's off right now. To the left is on, but it tells you that on the little label. Sorry, my finger's in the way. The fuel, there's a fuel valve here to turn the fuel flow off and on. The filter is right here. It's real easy to get to. And there is, of course, a pull start should you have a dead battery. But once you get it started, the generator will recharge your battery. The engine stamping. On this side, I have quite a large exhaust, and that's probably why it's so quiet, the muffler. The carburetor, the fuel drain, storage. You have an idle adjustment up here, and a breather recovery canister. They do talk about emissions in the owner's manual, so I guess they're trying to comply with everywhere. It does have a note on there for California as well. The spark plug, of course, is right here. Another item that's real easy to get to. And the air filter box is here. So replacing the fuel filter, the air filter, the spark plug, piece of cake. Draining the fuel for the winter or whenever you're not using it for extended periods of time, piece of cake. Oil fill and oil level, piece of cake. And right here is the drain plug so you can change the oil. And that's also a piece of cake. That's the starter up here. I keep my camera from flopping around. So for the price and for the output, I don't think it's a bad deal at all. So I just wanted to go over it in case, somebody was thinking about getting a generator and was curious about this one, because I do see it listed everywhere for sale. And I've tried it on a radial arm saw, and that's the only thing I've had plugged into it so far. And of course it worked flawlessly. So I have a DC arc welder that I'm going to use with this, and a couple other things. But again, I just wanted to go over this and do a quick video in case anybody was looking to get a generator of this type. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Alright, you guys have a great Sunday. Talk to you soon.